Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we've got Gnut here, the new fusion champion, the new dwarf. I'm on the test server. I'm trying him out for the first time before we get access to him, before the events even drop, just to see if he's going to be worth everyone's time. So far, I've been bigging him up. People have been saying in my stream, like, what sort of score would I give him? I think he might be a 4.5 or a 5 out of 5. I guess we'll know a bit better after this video, but his kit feels like it's a 5 out of 5. Must get champion, must get fusion for anybody that can. Whether you're early game trying to like build great teams, or whether you are late game with a whole bunch of champions like me, I think he gets in ahead of a lot of my champions in my teams based on his kits. Let's go through him then. He is a defense-based dwarf, which is cool. He has a massive base, 1500 defense, which is huge. So he's also got a really solid amount of HP, 19k. Dwarves generally have got a good base resistance as well, so that's all nice stuff. He's got an A1 triple hit, great for Fire Knight, but it's also great for anywhere where you're trying to do turn meter control against a single target. You know, if you take Armiger or Allure or Visix as some of the best turn meter control champs, this guy's right up there. Triple hit, each hit when booked, 100% chance of dropping the target's turn meter by 15%. So you've got a 45% turn meter drop until it gets to the point where all of those kind of affect half, and then you still got a good 25% drop, which is massive, honestly. It's so big. And you've also got, for the hard Fire Knight stuff, it gets replaced by Will Freeze instead, which is huge for hard Fire Knight. Like, absolutely insane for hard Fire Knight. So I love this. Love to see they're thinking about this sort of stuff. All in all, he's 10 books, by the way. If you're thinking about should he be booked, feels like he's a should book champion, but all in all, 10 books. Not too bad. Obviously, I say that. He's not too bad versus others. I get it if you still don't have books, but definitely one that's worth like applying books to over time. The A2 here on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. AoE hit, drop attack, and weaken. Yes, this is great against Hydra. It's great against Ice Golem. Yeah, it's great against Spider. Pretty much lots of places in the game, honestly. Tons of places in the game where AoE drop attack is going to be really, really helpful. So like this, and weaken just makes you do more damage. So that's all good too. On a 3-turn, as I say, also puts counter attack on himself, which enables this A1 going off again and again. Super cool. I guess the only thing I would say is, like, if you're hit and he counter attacks with an A1, the enemy should have, I think the enemy then has 0 turn meter. So I don't know that you're dropping any turn meter when he's hit at this point. I guess you keep the counter attack buff on, so this could happen at any point. I guess, you know, there's other stuff going on, but yeah, it feels like it's a little bit more counterintuitive than it sounds originally, but still better than nothing. Counter attack up, and he's going to get, if nothing else, an extra 3 hits in against, you know, like Fire Knight shields and stuff. But yeah, cool A2, defense based. We're going to see if it hits today in this video. The A3, another triple hit. Each hit dropping the defense by even more. So he gets a straight up 30% additional defense drop. It's going to be massive in Clan Boss and in Hydra, or any long fights, any long kind of like Doom Tower type fights as well. It's not that many, but it will be good. You know, if you can start stacking like the Blessing, which drops defense, Cruelty, this drops defense, AoE drop defense from champions. Before you know it, the enemies do not have a lot of defense left at all. He also heals with this skill, but the cool thing about this is an enemy max HP hits, and it's a triple hit. Might be, is that the first one in the game? I think it is. Acrizia does a double hit. I think this is the first enemy max HP triple hitter out there, which is nuts, honestly. It's like, it puts him into God tier level, honestly. Crazy. Got a passive as well, so when counter-attacking, he does full damage instead of, might not have even realized this, but normally champions only do 75% of their normal damage through this A1. He'll get full damage away. Accuracy aura as well, which is not bad. So I guess the first thing we need to do is test his damage. Okay, you know what's coming. So what have I done with him? I've basically stolen my Harima's gear, which I use for live arena right now. We've pumped his defense. He's got a massive amount of base defense, which means building him high defense quite easy. 7.6k defense, 252% crit damage, we're going to go and test this fella out and see what he can do. My normal test bed is Dragon 20. Okay, so we're going on to stage 19 because 20 is actually the weak affinity for him. Let's try this out first. And if he does well here, we'll move him up a step as well. So we've got Sifi in here giving us increased defense. Means we're going to hit harder. We've got Lydia doing our drop defense and weaken. Bad L putting poisons on the enemy, which gives us 20% damage buff. And Gerptuck putting poisons on us, which gives us another 21.5% damage buff. So this is as strong as we can get. Let's see what the animations look like as well. So A1 here, the triple hit, turn meter dropper, smacker. Let's see what's going on. 70 odd K per A1. 50 to 70k per A1. Depends if Helm Smasher procs or not. 200 odd K worth of A1. It's not bad. It's not insane. But considering it does turn meter drop as well, it is pretty insane. Okay, then let's check out the A2. Let's run it slow here. Got the 2 debuffs. Counter attack on us. What's this one look like? Oh, the animation is good. I saw one dude. It looked like someone just got hit for 400. I felt like I saw a bunch of 220s in there as well. So it seems crazy there would be such a difference. Let's just run that one through again. That seems a bit weird. We'd have such a big difference between them. Yes, he does it on auto. He does. The range is massive, honestly. I don't know why the range is so crazy, but we saw some pretty spiky numbers in there. I loved the visual of it, though. The visual was super cool. Super, super cool. Okay, let's get to the boss and check out his A3. Okay, then, on to the boss. Don't forget, this is also, I'm showing him in his best possible damage situation, so don't think this is like average gear and stuff. It's deliberately not. That's not what we do with maximum damage. So the A3, this one, triple hitter. Each one should be enemy max HP, and it also is dropping the enemy's defense at the same time. Let's see what we get here. Oh, I knew it! The boss killing begins. We got to check out stage 20 of Spider here. He's neutral affinity, 2-man. Drop defense and weaken going out. What do we get here? Against Spider. Blessed Bash. 1, 2, 1 shot! The 1 shot is in. Whoa! That's big. That's big. Obviously, most people want to push beyond that, but whoo! The 1-shot king is back. Septimus, stand aside. We've got someone else coming in the mix. Let's have a little try on Spider 25 then. Same build. Just going to turn his A2 off for this, I think. So we're going to have burns from Artak, shields from the miscreated monster, Apothecary making us move quick, and then Gnut driving his hammer through the Spider's head whenever possible. We are weak affinity here, so might find that his A1 gets rejected and stuff like that a couple of times. Maybe 24 would have been better to show, but let's check it out. So the weak hit came in, but we did get the double hit away. Burns are going off with the explosion. Then we start keeping this turn meter down as long as we don't do too many weak hits. And obviously for stage 25, I reckon if we were on 24, maybe this will run smoother. Maybe I'll switch it up. But for 25, as long as you've got some sort of form of protection, Artak and this dude together should be a cakewalk. Hard is obviously going to be a bit harder because you do need to do it in, you know, you need a more coordinated team. But the turn meter drop on anything below hard Spider is going to be absolutely god tier. Like, absolutely insane for any player that's playing this game. And then the big hits come in 750 a go. Damn, this dude is going to be so strong for basically everybody's account. I guess we should take a look at Ice Golem as well. I'm worried about this dude on Ice Golem, so I think he might end up being the reason that people just die. Like, I think he might just end up nuking your whole team when we get to the boss. I've got this set up properly. I've deleted someone out of my team who would have made sure Seer kills everything. So we might be a bit slow getting onto the boss. But let's get there and see what sort of carnage he's going to wreak against this boss. Okay, here we go. I guess he's going to go after the side ads first, but easy kill with the A3 on a side ad. Maybe it's better that it goes there, honestly, to start off with. But if he does that triple hit on the boss, I think he nukes your whole team. Side adds down. Here comes the reset. Let's see how much damage he does. 1, 2, 3. Level 20. Oh, man. If I actually sorted out my wave clear, that is fast. That is fast. I'm going to try it. Okay, let's try this. I'm going for like a double reset type of build here. Lydia doing the drop defense and stuff. Seeing nuking the waves down into oblivion. Reset. Go again. Seeing nukes. Onto the final boss. Should get my reset here. Seeing nukes. Or nearly. We get the AoE hit smack. And then we should get the... Oh, he does get a go. Block revive coming out. Counter attack. Let him have a hit. Let him go. Let him loose. Here he comes. Bam, bam, bam. Dead. Right, I guess the last place I'm going to show on this video is going to be Fire Knight Hard. There's loads of places this guy's going to be cool, by the way. Hydra, Clan Boss, whole ton of places. But it feels like his kit was built for Fire Knight. If you're building him to just fight, you know, early game Fire Knight and stuff, he's just going to want to be quick with accuracy, 100% crit rate. But this team here does Fire Knight Hard 5 for me. I've got Cold Heart in it for damage, really, and the 4-hit A1. We've got Dory in it for the freeze mechanics. We've got your Carl in it for the freeze mechanics. And ally attack champion. Lydia really is in there to give me strength and increased speed. But I'm wondering if Lydia's the one that we sub out. The trouble we've got when you start trying to get past Fire Knight Hard 5 is that this dude just speeds up, speeds up, speeds up. And when he hits you, you just straight up die. And I don't know if we had enough hits. I'm going to try... I think stage 10 is just a straight wipe. I'm just going to try it. I probably need to up my stats and stuff if we're going to do 10. But going to let him loose on some of his skills here. Now his triple freeze mechanic on his A1 is the equivalent of just turn me to drop into. Dory does turn me to drop. There's also now Cryodan or Cryodan, who's another good option here for like freeze teams. And I think there's now starting to become a few options. I still wonder if freeze teams are going to be viable though. Certainly it seems like Cold Heart is potentially now droppable. Cold Heart was not droppable before really because we needed her multi-hit as well as that enemy max HP. And it's now maybe that this guy can come in and do the job. I've sped him up over 250 speed. And we've got more accuracy in his build now. So we're no longer like kind of max damage build. But he should still be capping out the enemy max HP stuff. Obviously the waves are a bit slower. I've got no Lydia doing the big AoE drop defense and stuff. Crikey, we take some big old damage from these Tumisias are up against here. The freeze mechanic going off, though, on the A1 there. Is he doing the freeze on his A1 there? Sure, actually. Okay, let's see what we get going on. So your Carl comes in with his multi-hits. You really want extra hits from the... Wow, actually, we have smacked him through. We've done a good job. Oh, it's so close, actually. Damn, we broke through that shield so fast, which is cool. We just didn't quite get enough freeze-type mechanic hits away. Okay, I've changed some stuff up. So, basically, what I've done is I've changed some speeds, I've changed some builds. And the idea here is we have Cold Heart 268. She's quick. She's going to get a 4-hitter away on the boss super early. Your Cole then comes in with his double hitter on the boss. We're basically breaking shield at this point. We then get Varakin to come in with the ally attack. And you notice that I've put Gnut at the back of the order. That's because if we've already broken the shield by the point Gnut goes, his A1 will get going on that turn me to drop. But if not, we're going to be dropping the shield anyway. Dory then comes in. No, sorry, Gnut then comes in. I've got him with his A1 as his opener for the boss to try and drop some turn meter back. And then Dory's going to come in followed up with that with his Frost Jutsu, which I've turned off. I'm just going to turn it off completely for there. Make sure he doesn't have it used. But yeah, Frost Jutsu is going to be the big turn meter drop for Dory. So I'm hoping, if we've got the speeds right and everything, that we should be able to come in against this boss here and at least start managing his turn meter, which is the whole point of bringing in a freeze team. honestly, there's not a ton of point in bringing in Gnut over other teams that are working well if you can't keep this boss's turn meter dropping down. There's this other champion, Croadan, who could be cool as well, I think. But honestly, I don't know who you're dropping at that point. Croadan would be good for the waves, but I feel like Dory's got the best overall turn meter drop in a freeze ability, albeit you kind of need it again and again. Cold Heart is surplus to requirements here because the only reason she's in is for a 4-hit A1. So someone who's better could come in and do more freeze mechanic. But 4 hits on that A1 is a lot when you consider the 4-hit plus the 4-hit from Farakin. Anyway, I'll get to the boss. Let's see how we do. Okay, waves are actually quite easy on Finite Hard. Let's just slow it down, see if this works. So if Carl goes in there, getting some hits away, a couple of hits off the shield. Cold Heart shield smack goes in. Ally attack, breaking down some shield. Gnut comes in last. If we'd got down to 0, he'd be already trying to turn me to control. We didn't. We're only down to 5. So we've broken the shield. And then Frost Jitsu comes in. We did get the turn meter drop, but it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough yet. Oh, man, we're so close. We're actually so damn close. So anyway, that aside, this champion is an absolute god tier champion. Like, he's a 5 out of 5. He will play in tons of teams. He hits crazy hard against bosses. He's got multiple hits. Yeah, this guy's going to be the real deal, and you absolutely should get him for this fusion if you can. There you go, guys. I've been Hell Hades. I'll try and help you along the way. I'll see you later.